scary, isn't it?
Not at all anymore.
We're talking about the microphone
Well,
waving
that
around in
is.
your face. Comfortable?
It just keeps getting better and better. I don't know any
That's
other way
what
to
she
describe
said.
it really does, and I understand everything that she had said. I was recapping during that whole conversation my progression, obtaining more allowing in my life.
Yes.
And it's absolutely incredible.
Yes.
The first time I was in the hot seat, I was very angry. And that was energy moving through me, and it was sparking desire that was beyond recognition. And I remember I was perplexed as to the things that I desired in life, like going skydiving, why so many people supported it and other people didn't. That was my wobble. I was more focused on what other people thought about what I wanted to do. The next time I was in the hot seat, it was so inevitable that I progressed from a one-day seminar to the 2 days in Nashville, and then my first land cruise. And there I knew how vital this whole way of life is for me. I mean, because it's so vital, because it's so joyous, and it's so fulfilling.
Let's use a different word than vital, because vital makes it sound like there's a risk. We'd rather say how natural it is, how normal it is, how in sync with who you really are it is, how normal it is to feel your confidence and your clarity, how normal that is. It's not vital in the sense that if you don't do it, terrible things will happen. You know too much. It's not vital or urgent. It's just normal.
Well, thank you for that clarity. And it is, because just going from Cancun to here.
Feel how that takes that edge away.
It sure does.
That tension, I got to get it right edge. Because
Yes.
you don't got to get it right. You can't get it wrong. You don't got to get it right. You're getting it right. You're getting it right. You're getting it right. It's just more fun to get it right on purpose.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's priceless.
Yeah.
And that was the miraculous aspect, because when I was in Cancun, I knew how I just wanted to be here no matter what. And it just feels so good. And the natural joy that I have and the expansion as a result.
Well, we'd like you to come into an environment like this, where it's easier to set your tone and to come into frequency with who you really are. But we do not think it's a good idea to need an environment or a condition in order to be sure about that. In other words, this is where you learn what it feels like to be in alignment, and then you're free to go anywhere, anytime, with anyone, and maintain that alignment, because it's the alignment that is precious to you, not the environment that you think is causing it.
I don't necessarily know if it's the environment.
We just want to be sure, because we're teaching something that is less conditional. This is a pretty interesting condition under which to come into alignment. Esther looked out of her window this morning and wept at the beauty of what she saw. She just could not believe that she gets to be on this big vessel in this beautiful place on this perfect day. In other words, that feeling of blessing was so powerful. And so this is an environment that is really conducive to alignment, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
But we want the alignment to be the prize, and we want you to discover that are any and all conditions, because you've tasted alignment, because you know what it feels like, that you can reach for it and find it anytime, no matter what.
And I get that.
Unconditionally.
I get that 100%,
Yeah.
and I understand
Yeah.
that aspect. I guess what it is me wanting to be here is because I become that vibrational snob. I
Yeah.
love being around the people who are vibrating at the level that I'm vibrating at.
Yeah.
And I get that no matter what every time I come here.
But you see, the clarification we want to give to you, we're not discouraging that at all, because law of attraction produces that for you. It's what happens. But once you acknowledge what it feels like to be at that vibrational place, law of attraction will deliver that to you all day, every day. All day, every day. Because there are people around on the verge of that with you, you see. You're noticing that, aren't you?
Oh, all the time.
And we know it's nice to come into a cluster of them. We get that. But don't let them spoil you, because they are scattered all over the atmosphere, all over the planet, and they're just waiting for you to show up with your consistent, influential vibration, and they will flock to you like moths to a flame.
Yes, and that actually happened yesterday. I had someone approach me and said, "No, where's Steve? He said he's going to be at all of these, but I don't see him." And this was on day one, and then we rendezvoused. And that has, from the first time I was in a hot seat in Cancun, that it was so electrifying. I was just welling up with so much energy that I wanted to be at these no matter what.
So here's our question to you. Does it feel to you like you're tuned in and so are they, and you're rendezvousing in response to your tuning? Or are you looking for them to tune you? That's our only question.
I'm looking not for them to tune me.
So you're
I'm tuning myself first because I would like to see the smile on their face when I rendezvous
So you're
with them.
looking for them for the actualization of the vibration that you have all already established.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And that
There
is,
you go.
it's electrifying.
So you're
It's
a party looking for components.
Yeah.
Just walking around on your own. You're not looking for a party in order to tune in. You're already the party, looking for the cooperative components.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I had this particular T-shirt made because it reminded me when I was in that chair, and I said I wanted a credit card so I can go to Ron. I says, "Ron, no matter where they're going, whatever's going on, book it. I'm there. Just do it because I know somehow, some way, it's going to work itself out." And so I have it. It says Source One, not in a competitive way, but Source. I just gave up the resistance to allowing it to happen in my life, and these miraculous things are happening all of the time. Yeah. I love being around with other people who are getting their co-creations and their manifestations fulfilled because it's really wild. I mean,
when you hang around with others who understand their vibrational relationship with abundance, and you are together cashing in your vibrational currency. And we're talking about those things that money can't buy, aren't we?
Yes, yes.
We're talking about the way you are rendezvousing with nature and with other humans. Yes.
All of that, because the last time I was in a hot seat, I tried to go serious and it didn't work. It blew up in my face. But it did give me the contrast to evaluate where I was coming from. And the question you would ask me, what does it feel like to be rich? And I said, wealthy. And I said, I didn't know. I'm not wealthy, but I am wealthy. And I know that. I laugh almost all of the time. I enjoy wherever I am, no matter what the circumstances or situations are. I like bringing an alive feeling to everything that I do. I love being with the people and enjoying.
And you know that same basis, that vibrational basis that is providing all of that for you brings abundance too. If there is some aspect that you seek improvement about, it's the thoughts or statements or beliefs about it that are keeping it from manifesting in that abundant way too. This is an environment of no limitations. Really think in terms of vibrational currency. Think in terms of what you're tapping into. And once you tap into it, what has the ability to manifest? What has the wherewithal to manifest? Nothing off limits, no subject off limits, no subject off limits. Where that came from, everything else you want comes from too. No subject off limits, no subject off limits.
Oh, I got that loud and clear again in Cancun when I got educated on the fact that orgasm is like instant alignment. And that was like, wow, that was eye-opening. And for the next year, it was like all of that kind of thing. And I returned to Deborah, and I'd sit there, and then I had that question, I guess, well, is multiple orgasms multiple alignment? And you had said yes, and with pre-paving. And so I've been working on a lot of pre-paving. So, and that keeps getting better and better. And now I learned my sweet spot's just behind my ear, and these things are just great. I mean, it's like, where do we go from here? It's like, that's like
frightening. It's frightening, yes.
Oh, it's not at all. I mean, like, we just had a miraculous morning on the helipad taking photos of the glacier, and then all of a sudden we're talking about walking on glaciers, which I'm going to be doing that this afternoon, to figuring out, what am I going to do next year? Because we're coming back next year because we want to do Taku Lodge, and I want to do the thing in Skagway. There's so many other adventures that I want to do. And the aspects of everything about this is just, I well up inside sometimes because there's so much.
Well, when you get into this unlimited stance, the universe just stands on its head to perform for you. That's just the way that it is. Yeah.
And it's wonderful to see, wonderful to
Yeah.
see. And I know I'm going to be continuing working on that vibrational alignment from just being joyous in my life to be joyously with more wealth, because I love the freedom that the wealth will provide, and the financial wealth will provide, and doing more of what I'm currently
It all
doing.
comes from the same place
Yes.
and for the same reason and from the same vibrational stance. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm feeling it coming at tenfold. And I love you, and I thank you so much for the part that you play in my life, because it is significant, and I really, truly appreciate that.
We're all in
And
this together.
yes, we are. Thank you again.
Yeah.